A new political party was launched today at the Belize Institute of Management in Belize City. Reporter Hippolyta Novella was there and filed this report.
On this day, Thursday, 1st October 2015, your Belize Progressive Party, henceforth known as the BPP, is officially unveiled.
The party's color is green, and like the letter R in what should have been the word progressive printed on the t-shirts, the party is lacking some candidates. They have 11, but they need at least 16 to have a fighting chance in becoming the next government. They have candidates that have pledged to run in several constituencies across the country. These candidates are Edna Diaz, who will run in Corozal Southeast, Lucilio Tech, who will run in Corozal Southwest, Hector Palomo, who will run in Corozal North, Roy Rodriguez, who will run in Corozal Bay, Hipólito Bautista, who will run in Orange Rock South, Ian Butch Cacho, who will run in Pigstock, Robert Bobby Lopez, who will run in Belize Rural South, Andrew Williams, who will run in Cayo South, Patrick Rogers, who will run in Colette, Will Meia, who will run in Toledo East, and Charles Leslie Jr., who will run in Bemopan. The leader of the Belize Progressive Party is Patrick Rogers. Rogers says he is a different kind of leader when compared to the PUP leader Francis Fonseca and UDP leader Dean Barrow.
I am a political leader of a new Belizean consciousness that has each and every member sitting at this head table and in this front row that are candidates being capable, competent, and have the testicular fortitude to be a national leader for this movement.
The party's campaign slogan is 8867 in reference to the 8,867 square miles that constitutes Belize as a country. All candidates pledge to serve the constituency they want to represent without fear or favor. They also pledge to disclose their income, assets, and liabilities in accordance to the Prevention of Corruption Act. The party's name was registered today, and they are still working on their constitution. The BPP will launch its progressive plans soon, but at the moment, the party's priority is to hit the ground and meet the voters.
We will win when enough Belizeans understand they need to invest some sweat equity in this new Belizean political consciousness. We will be going door to door. We won't have any money to go into our pocket and say, hold ya. That is not how we operate. You will not be taking ownership of this party if we are doing that. Who would take ownership that the oligarchy that would have given us had we accepted the $500,000, because when the oligarchy they donate, they're willing to give $500,000, you know. But we had to explain that we're not about forming a liberal party here, Belize. We're not about forming a liberal party that would have gladly accepted $500,000 from the oligarchy. We're about forming a labor movement. So our ideology, our philosophy is based on labor. 5 weeks is a lot of time. We're not intimidated with 5 weeks by no means. The problem is that although we have ideas that we're formulating into policies, we do not put the cart before the horse. We were caught literally off guard because we were at the point of bringing more independence on board, some of them still wavering as of today. But I'm sure before the nomination day on the 16th, we will have over 20 candidates to present.
The Belize Progressive Party will stop the big boys from taking money under the table, because we will owe nobody no concession, no land, no tax-free holiday. So I want to tell the people of this country, money doesn't vote, people do. Stop selling your vote.
Every Belizean, it's your responsibility. You've always urged us, the third parties need to get together, the third parties need to get together, they need to get together. Well, today, we are together. And I'm calling on each and every Belizean to step up to the plate come November 4th, because you can make that difference. I don't care how much backfills they will come with or how much promises they will come with. Ladies and gentlemen, for 34 years, 17 years, each one of them had the opportunity to govern this country, and we haven't have the country that we so rightfully deserve.
Reporting for Love News, Hipólito Novello.
According to the campaign manager for the Belize Progressive Party, Robert Bobby Lopez, it will cost close to $500,000 for them to carry out a campaign up to the last day, which would be November 4. The exact figure is $432,600. At the moment, the BPP has about $10,000. The BPP is planning to spend $62,000 on canvassers, $38,750 on office managers, and $155,000 on mobilization on election day. The BPP also plans to spend the remaining expected budget in T-shirts, advertisements, fuel, and public meetings. At today's launch, Lopez explained how they plan to raise the money.
I'm appealing to 100 business persons to kindly supply us with $4,326. 100 people, business people. Don't tell me you can't do that. I and my brothers are right here to support me. I normally put in our campaign, especially for my own, 10, 15,000. We have a policy that over 10, you must disclose. We must know who you are because we don't want no strings attached. But we're asking for 4,326, 100 people. So I'm gonna kick off, guys, and I'm gonna be giving the first $4,326 to the campaign. And I want to say that I do have already, between yesterday and today, $10,000 from two different people who I shared this with. Yesterday we were looking at, was it $500,000? Yes, we were looking at 500,000. Divided by 100 is 5,000 per businessman. Not that we're open. You want to give me $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you want to give us. But what I'm saying is to level the business playing field in this country. A businessman would gladly invest that and not expect nothing in return. And we're not talking about the big boys. We're talking about an ordinary businessman who just simply wants the level playing field to operate. They would. But if they want to give 1,000, 2,000, whatever it is, we can raise this money and we can make sure that our constituencies and our candidates have the best chance.
The leader of the newly formed political party, the Belize Progressive Party, Patrick Rogers, told the media today that they have been in close and constant communication with the unions. In fact, he said the Belize Progressive Party sees the union as a strategic partner that can help their cause.
Every month, we are invited by the NTUCB to do presentations from 10 to 12. We have lunch with them. We leave after lunch, and they make their determination based on the new information we give to them. So we have identified the union as our strategic partner, and we explain to them we know when to get burned by PUP, and when to get burned by UDP, and that like one woman we're unafraid for man now, but we have to court because only with phone help we will be able to win this thing and make the change that we need. So yes, we've been courting the unions very hard, and maybe come October 15th, 16th, we may yet have 3, 4, 5 union candidates step up.
Those who follow politics in Belize might have expected that certain persons would have been involved in the forming of a third party. It was expected that personalities such as CWU's president and attorney, Audrey Matura Shepherd, COLA's president Giovanni Brackett, and even the Belize's People Front leader Nancy Marin would have been involved. Rogers shared one reason why they were not.
There's a need for activism in this country, which is where most of us started out, as activists. But then you realize at some point, that we have to go the other level because activism only goes so far. So there are certain people that you called out there that I would like to think are still at the level of activists. They haven't matured to the level of seeing the social capital they've built from the activism being one easy thing to convert to political clout. So I'm saying every election, from now until I draw my last breath, Jules, as I'm sure that commitment is here from every other member at the front row and at this table, we will be on the ballot. If not herself, if younger lion or lionesses steps up. Expect to see us, these very faces that you see here, every time our election bell ring, especially at the national level. Especially at the national level. Because only at the national level can we really implement meaningful change to this country. So yes, we would have loved to have every one of their names on the call out there on board with us here today. We have reached out to them. Had the Prime Minister not done a wrong thing and called the election 3 years and 8 months early, we would have had sufficient time to engage each of them people you call the ones that we hadn't reached to as yet, and see where they're at to see if they're willing to sit here with a Labour Party for this country. If they are of a liberal inclination, then of course that would explain why they wouldn't be here with us.
The PPP has only one woman candidate that is running for election. She is Edna Diaz, and she is originally from Progressive Village. That is only one woman candidate in the mix of 10 men.
Our treasurer is a lady. Our deputy chair is a lady. I want to say that the deputy treasurer said, I will stay back because what I have to do is critical. And so I want to say that she stayed back to register the name Belize Progressive Party because we know somebody will try some mischief, right?
And she just texted to confirm that she has it registered.
And she just texts that it is registered now, and we can go to the bank and we can open an account. And she would have been at the head table. She would have been at the head table. I want to say that every meeting we've held, Miss Jennifer Arzu, who is in the diaspora right now visiting, is on with us by Skype, and she inputted into a lot of the decisions. She would have been right here at the head table. So for you to call that out, man, it shows your train of thought. I'll leave it at that.